Have you ever wondered if someone in your life secretly has feelings for you? Maybe it's a friend who lingers just a little longer when you talk. Maybe it's a coworker who always finds reasons to be near you. Or maybe it's someone whose eyes tell a story their words won't reveal. Here's the truth. When someone secretly loves you, their psychology betrays them. Even if they never say the words out loud, their subconscious behaviors leak through in small, powerful ways. And in this video, we're breaking down the 7 psychological signs someone secretly loves you, backed by science, explained through real-world behavior, and designed to help you decode the mysteries of human attraction. Stay with me until the end, because number 7 is one of the most powerful, and also one of the easiest to miss. Sign 1. Eye contact and gaze patterns. One of the strongest indicators of hidden love is in the eyes. Humans communicate entire worlds of emotion through eye contact, often without realizing it. When someone secretly loves you, their eyes behave differently. They might hold eye contact longer than usual, as if drawn to you. Or, on the flip side, they may avoid eye contact entirely because they're nervous you'll see through them. Psychologists call this the gaze cascade effect. It's the phenomenon where people unconsciously fixate on things and people they find attractive. In fact, studies have shown that when someone is romantically interested, their pupils literally dilate when looking at the object of affection. Think about it. Have you ever caught someone staring at you from across the room, only for them to quickly look away? That tiny moment of panic, that flash of, "Oh no, they caught me." This is often a dead giveaway. And here's another subtle layer: the way they scan your face. If someone's eyes flicker between your eyes, lips, and back again, it's not just random. That pattern is deeply linked to romantic interest. A platonic friend, by contrast, is more likely to keep their gaze steady and neutral. So if you notice someone's gaze lingering on you, or catching them sneaking glances when they think you're not looking, their eyes may already be telling you what their lips won't say. Sign 2. Subtle body language mirroring. Our bodies are incredible truth-tellers. Even when our words lie, our posture, movements, and gestures often reveal what's really going on inside. One of the most powerful subconscious indicators of secret love is mirroring. When someone likes you, they unconsciously mimic your behavior. If you cross your arms, they might cross theirs a few seconds later. If you lean in, they lean in. If you take a sip of your drink, they take theirs soon after. Why does this happen? Because mirroring is a sign of deep rapport and emotional connection. Our brains are wired with something called mirror neurons, which fire when we observe someone else doing something. When attraction is involved, mirroring becomes even more pronounced. For example, imagine you're telling a funny story. You notice that as you gesture with your hands, the person in front of you starts gesturing in a similar rhythm, even though it's not their usual habit. That's not coincidence. That's chemistry. Another body language giveaway is open posture. Someone who secretly loves you will unconsciously face their body toward you, even in a group setting. Their feet, shoulders, and torso will point in your direction, signaling focus and attraction. And here's the kicker. In psychology, we call these non-verbal leakage cues. They leak out of people despite their attempts to stay composed. If you watch carefully, you'll see it. Their body wants to be near yours, even if their words play it cool. Sign 3. Attention to small details about you. When someone secretly loves you, they don't just notice you, they study you. You'll see it in the little things they remember. Your favorite drink order. That band you casually mentioned once. The way you like your coffee. A story about your childhood that you forgot you even shared. This is rooted in what psychologists call selective attention. When we're emotionally invested in someone, our brain filters and prioritizes information about them. In other words, when they love you, the tiniest details about you suddenly feel significant. Think about it. If you're talking to a group of friends and you mention you're stressed, This person may be the only one who follows up with you later. Hey, you okay? You seemed a little down earlier. That's not just kindness. It's attention born out of deep care. And here's something even more telling. They'll find ways to bring up things you like. If they know you're passionate about a certain topic, they'll weave it into conversation, even if it doesn't directly relate to them. It's their subconscious way of saying, I listen to you, you matter to me. Secret love often hides in these small details, in the memory of a passing comment, in the way someone notices the changes, in your mood, in the fact that they remember your schedule better than you do. Sign 4, nervousness and fidgeting around you. We tend to think love is all about butterflies in the stomach, but psychology shows it's also about adrenaline. When someone secretly loves you, their body often betrays their nerves. They may fidget with their hands, jewelry, or clothing when you are around. Their voice may crack or shift slightly in pitch. They might stumble over words despite being confident in other settings. This happens because love activates the sympathetic nervous system, the same system that kicks in during fight or flight responses. Their heart beats faster. Their palms get sweaty. Their body literally doesn't know how to handle being near you. Think about high school crushes. How many of us can remember someone who acted totally confident around everyone, except the person they liked? Suddenly they became awkward, shy, maybe even clumsy. That nervousness was not weakness. It was attraction. Sometimes this shows up in unexpected ways. A usually extroverted person suddenly goes quiet around you. Someone who's calm around others blushes more when talking to you. Here's the key. When nervousness is specific to you, it means something. If their calm confidence breaks the moment you walk into the room, chances are their heart is speaking louder than their brain. Sign 5. Protective and caring behavior. Love is not just attraction, it's also protection. When someone secretly loves you, they often show subtle signs of caring and protecting your well-being. They may walk you to your car without you asking. They'll check if you made it home safely after a late night. They defend you when others tease or criticize you. These are not grand, dramatic gestures. They're small acts of care that come naturally when someone's emotions run deep. In evolutionary psychology, this is tied to the idea of mate guarding, the instinct to keep someone we value safe and close. It doesn't mean jealousy or control. It's more about making sure your comfort and safety are prioritized. For example, if you're at a party and someone makes a snide remark toward you, the person who secretly loves you may be the first to jump in with a supportive comment or a light joke to diffuse the situation. They can't help but want to protect your feelings. Another clue, they remember your vulnerabilities. If you once told them you get anxious in large crowds and they naturally position themselves beside you in those settings, that's not coincidence. That's care. Secret love often looks less like fireworks and more like umbrellas in the rain, quiet, steady acts of protection when you need them most. Sign 6. Seeking your presence and excuses to spend time. Love always pulls us closer. When someone secretly loves you, they'll find reasons to be around you. They show up at events they wouldn't normally attend, but they know you'll be there. They suddenly share an interest in things you like. They invent excuses to talk to you, even about mundane things. This is called proximity-seeking behavior. Psychologists have long noted that people in love tend to seek opportunities for closeness, whether physical or emotional. It doesn't always look obvious. Sometimes it's as small as sending a random text, "Hey, did you watch that show last night?" Or asking for your help with something they could have easily Googled. The question isn't important. The connection is. And pay attention to how often they initiate. If they're consistently the one starting conversations, suggesting hangouts or extending interactions, it's a strong clue. Here's a subtle but powerful sign. Lingering. Even after the group has dispersed or the conversation has ended, they find reasons not to leave your presence right away. Love makes goodbyes harder, even the small ones. Sign 7. Jealousy and emotional reactions. Finally, one of the strongest, yet often hidden signs of secret love is jealousy. Now, we're not talking about toxic jealousy or controlling behavior. Instead, it's the subtle emotional shift that happens when someone else shows you attention. Maybe they grow quieter when you mention a date. Maybe they suddenly change the subject when you talk about liking someone else. Maybe their body stiffens slightly when another person gets too close. These micro-expressions are deeply telling. In psychology, jealousy is often linked to attachment systems. When we feel emotionally invested, we experience a threat when others might take that bond away. You might notice they go out of their way to re-establish their connection with you after a mention of someone else. A little joke, a playful nudge, or a change in tone. It's their way of saying, "Don't forget about me." Here's the most important part. Jealousy, when subtle, is often the crack in the armor of secrecy. Someone may try to hide their feelings flawlessly in every other context, but jealousy is the one emotion almost impossible to mask. So let's recap. If someone is secretly in love with you, chances are you'll notice at least a few of these signs. 1. Their eyes give them away. 2. Their body mirrors yours. 3. They remember the small details. 4. They get nervous around you. 5. They show protective care. 6. They find excuses to be near you. 7. Their emotions shift when others come into the picture. Love rarely announces itself loudly. More often, it whispers through psychology, through small gestures, through subtle signs that most people miss. So the next time you're wondering if someone secretly loves you, don't just listen to their words. Watch their actions. Their subconscious will tell you the truth. Which of these signs have you noticed in someone before? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your experiences. And if you found this video eye-opening, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another insight into the psychology of love and relationships. After all, love might feel like magic, but here at LoveLogic Lab, we know it's also science. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and keep exploring the logic of love.